All right, welcome. Good to geek out. Not the Roro. This episode is going to be about minorities in comic book movies, specifically. Not comic books, not any series on TV or anything, just movies. Editor coming out of San Antonio, Texas, with some of my collective cornucopia geek friends. Introduce yourselves.
Hey, Rob Lucy coming at you from Southern Oregon. Good to be here. If you guys want to tune into our Minorities in Comics, check out, I'm sure Ed will put a link in the description. During that episode, we sidebarred off into a lot of movies, so I'm really happy that we can specifically discuss minorities in comic book movies. Good to be here with everybody.
What up? This is Greg Ellis, chiming in from beautiful West Hills, California. Ready to get my comic nerd on. Love everything about it. This discussion of movies should be dope, so I'm here to get down.
All right, this is Glenn coming from Washington State. Beautiful, gray Washington. And I'm excited to discuss, minorities in comic book movies, man. I feel like it's a good time to have this discussion and explore this.
Hi, I'm Phil. I'm coming to you from LA, East LA. I'm really excited. It's gonna be fun.
You have a personal vendetta, right, in this episode?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't have a vendetta. I just have opinions.
You were, but you were in our last discussion about minorities comic books, and you're ready to attack Christopher Nolan's Bane. Not yet, but I know you're ready to go.
No. I'm gonna get to it.
Phil, we might agree on something. I wasn't in on that one, but we might agree on something, Phil, because I had beef with that character too.
No, so if you want me to, I want to get to that right now.
No, not yet. First thing I noticed, just going through comic book movies in general, man, you can scroll through at least 5 or 6 movies and not even see one minority character to pull out. That alone is already kind of strange. It's not really till Black Panther. Before that, it's very sparse.
You got
Storm.
You got War Machine. You got Storm.
But wait. The thing is that with Storm, they made her an afterthought in the X-Men movies because they wanted to focus on Jean, they wanted to focus on Cyclops, and they wanted to focus on Wolverine. They totally ignored her. Well, no, because when they introduced Storm in Apocalypse, she was just one of the horsemen, and she wasn't even one of the main horsemen. They turned Magneto into one of the main horsemen, right?
Terrible.
And what's it called? What happened afterwards? When they made what was that one? Dark Phoenix?
Yeah.
She was totally an afterthought in that movie because they focused on Phoenix again and Jean Grey.
Well, I'd like to comment on those movies in particular and kind of get back to something, but they put too much emphasis on J-Lo or J-Law. Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
I would like to kind of kick my discussion off. We're all Marvel DC folks. I think they can both do a better job. Marvel has done slightly better because I think they incorporated minority characters into their comic books at an earlier stage. Not to say that they've done great because even now they're whitewashing characters. The most obvious example is the Ancient One, from Doctor Strange. There's no reason to whitewash that character whatsoever.
All right, let me just clarify that when I said Black Panther, I meant that that's the first character that stands on its own as a minority character. Storm is.
So that's where I was gonna chime in and say, not really.
Blade.
Not really.
Why do you say that?
Even before Blade.
Wait.
Don't forget, before Blade, you already know what I'm gonna say. There was like 2 Spawn movies before Blade. You remember?
And there was Steel.
Yeah. So that, I mean, and I don't know. I like the Spawn movies, so I'm, and they weren't the greatest, but I like Michael Jai White is my, I roll with him. So I'm with it. But there was the 2 Spawn movies. There was, like you said, there was Blade. Blade 1 was dope. Blade 2 to me was super dope. Blade 3, what the hell happened? Blade 3 was trash. Canned juice. I could not stand Blade 3. So I watched Infinity War at the Magic Johnson Theater on 125th Street in Harlem. Okay?
Oh, wow.
Harlem. There's one in
Harlem?
Harlem?
Wait, Magic Johnson has a theater in Harlem?
Yes.
I was like 100. That's not on Crenshaw.
No, that's in the middle of Harlem. And I watched Infinity War. And at the end, when everybody started fading away, when Black Panther faded away, dog, I was like, ooh, I probably need to get out of here. It was crazy.
Yeah.
The freaking theater went nuts. Like, I've never heard, 350 people in unison say, oh, hell no.
It's certainly a testament to Hollywood getting more inclusive when a movie like that does so well. It's so well written. It's so well acted. It could be a great jumping off point for more movies to be more inclusive like that, to have almost all Black cast and a Black director and Black writers and things and make it accessible for everybody. Nobody left that movie. The only people that left that movie mad were fucking racists. Because that was a fucking wonderful movie,
Well, Lucy, as the token white guy right now, who's your favorite minority character in comic book cinema movies?
Currently, Black Panther. That's an easy one right now. Black Panther. It's the whole series. I can't wait for the next movie. If they can do almost as good as they did with the first movie, I'd be completely stoked. I'll be interested to see the new Blade, because I thought Wesley Snipes' Blade was just epic, and it's hard for me, no matter who they put in his place, it's going to be hard for me to get that great.
Now, if anyone can do it, it will be him, though. He is a great actor.
He's amazing.
No, he is. No, certainly he is. I'm not going to.
I'm sorry, which actor?
Mahershala
Ali. Mahershala Ali, yeah.
That
He was
legit, man.
he was a bad guy in the first season of Blade.
Oh,
No, not Blade. Luke Cage.
Luke Cage.
Cottonmouth.
Mahershala Ali, yeah. No, he's a great actor, and so he's.
Well, Glenn, who's your favorite minority cinematic character at this point?
Cinematic character, comic book related, man. I think I'm gonna go with Miles, man, because I mean, at the end of the day, like Black Panther's dope. I love the actor. I think that he just brings such fucking charisma and fucking swag to the fucking role, dude. Like when he walking in and he does that fucking that little thing with his suit, I'm like, that's fucking dope. But ultimately, there's only so much of that resonates with me, because that's I think Miles for me is the one, dude. Like watching him in, I still get teary eyed, bro. Like watching him in fucking Into the Spider-Verse, man. Like, yeah, it was dope to see his mom kind of talk to him in Spanglish, and I was like, that's cool, man. Like,
yeah.
It's dope, man. You don't think that representation is that big of a deal until it happens, and you're like, fuck, dude, that shit is cool, man. It is cool. So I'm gonna go with Miles.
My wife is Latina, Glenn. So I got 3 boys that are half Black, half Latina. They really got to relate to that character. So that was dope for them too, right? Yeah,
right. Like seeing both, people blue collar working folks living in in the neighborhood that is typical for Latinos and Black Americans, bro. Like that's fucking awesome, dude. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Miles, because I mean honestly, he's the only fucking Latino hero we got besides fucking Vibe in DC, which is garbage.
All right, so I'm gonna answer this 2 ways. My favorite character, I'm sorry, just Wesley Snipes, Blade. I mean, he's the Daywalker. You know
It's
what I'm
Wesley,
saying?
bro.
Yeah, he's the daywalker. I mean, like I said, no offense to my white counterparts, but I've never seen a movie where one black dude slaughtered so many white people and the white people cheered for him. It just doesn't happen. Right? It was like, you know, you look around the theater, you're like, wait, is everybody's gonna be cool with this, right? Yeah, okay. Everybody, because they're vampires. They're vampires. You know, they just slaughter them. But I have to say, Cyborg is one of my favorite characters. Like growing up, like watching Super Friends and all that, I always thought Cyborg was dope. Being like half man, half machine, and kind of do some of the stuff. Like I love some of his scenes in the Justice League movie. You know, there's a part where he's talking to Wonder Woman, and he's like, he just starts levitating. He's like, "Could do that yesterday." And I remember thinking, dude, every day this fool is like, you know, imagine how many times your phone has to like do updates. He's getting that like every day he's finding something. And I'm thinking, man, if I wanted to be a superhero though, I think I would want that. That would be dope. He could tap into everything electronic. In the latest animated DC movie.
Dark Justice?
No, Apocalypse. Justice League Apocalypse 4.
Yeah.
Yes. Apocalypse 4.
There we go. He was dope in that movie. Cyborg was dope in that movie. And so like I don't know. So I'm kind of torn. Blade is really like my G. Blade is my favorite character. But I think if I had to pick someone who a character I would want to be, that's of a minority, I think I would say Cyborg. So that's how I'm gonna answer that.
All right, bounce it to you, Phil. Who's your favorite right now? If you say Diablo, I'm gonna mute your mic right now.
I'm gonna fucking hang up, Phil.
Aquaman.
Yeah.
Aquaman.
That's actually a good one.
Aqualad?
No, he said Aquaman.
Jason Momoa, Aquaman?
Jason Momoa, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I totally forgot about that character.
He's someone who like, as much shit as they give him for his acting, he did a great job in that film. That movie was good. It wasn't the best movie in the world, but it was a great movie. It was entertaining. And they just like I can't remember who said it, but I think it in the Geek Out on Facebook, Ashton's friend Nick.
Yeah.
She said that when they first started the comic book, Aquaman was the blonde, blue-eyed white guy, right? So he was the savior, and his brother Orm was dark-haired and dark eyes, and just like what they were saying was like the blonde, the white is the good guy, the dark, the black, it's bad, right? So like they flipped it. So that's something I fucking love.
Jason Momoa was the perfect choice for that role.
Yep,
it was.
I agree.
And let's be honest. Let's say why. It's because they didn't turn it all the way up, right? They didn't choose like Charlie Murphy. You know what I'm saying? give me just a little
bro,
bit. We'll give you
I
just
would have bought 3 copies of that movie if it was Charlie Murphy.
The Polynesian
they gave you a little bit.
Man,
just
Superman
just
is a habitual line
color.
stepper.
Yeah, give me a little just enough
the
color,
character,
right?
But
Yeah,
what
the
I'm
character.
excited about is the possibilities that they have with Black Manta, because the actor they got from, like, oh my goodness,
he was good too. Yeah, he was good.
Oh, yeah.
He really was
great. That was a great stinger.
Yeah, and the thing is that the way they did him, the way they introduced him, even the suit, they did a callback on his classic suit. Kind of like how Luke Cage did a callback on his classic
the tiara.
Yeah, the tiara and everything. Like they did it good. And
and it's a different and it was a different minority, right? It wasn't just like, you know, it wasn't a black guy, it wasn't just a Latino. I mean, they went and got a Polynesian dude, right? And to me, you know, a Polynesian dude that I respect. I mean, shoot, I was in love with Denise from the Cosby Show. That fool married Denise from the Cosby Show. He's already a superhero before he even got into the movies.
So, in my opinion, my favorite character right now, because you guys named half of the ones I had down, it's gonna definitely be Domino. I love Domino.
I was just about to say that.
Dude. I was
gonna
tie
say
Domino
that.
into Selena Kyle.
She was awesome
so
in that.
dope.
She's the
Yeah,
best.
she was
And
awesome in that.
I love that
first of all,
character.
it's the closest to a real person just
Yeah.
being a mutant, and it's also just like Domino from the comic books. Like she don't give a fuck, and she's doing her own.
Lucky it's
What
not
was the
it's not a
actress's name?
superpower.
Something-
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
I mean, if they make an X-Force movie and she's in it, I'll watch that shit multiple
Yeah.
times. And to
Yeah.
your credit, Phil, by the way, Phil, I've watched Aquaman way more times than I have Batman versus Superman or Man of Steel.
When I'm on my TV and I turn to HBO and they're
Suicide Squad.
Shazam or Aquaman, I'll just leave it.
Yeah.
And I know you're laughing, Glenn, but the thing is with
I like
Shazam, no one was
No. I love Shazam.
family.
I love Shazam.
No one was expecting to see the Shazam family, and I think
Caught me by surprise.
that they gave us that.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. I love the movie. I thought the movie was refreshing. It was a nice comedic twist to it. I loved it.
It also had an Asian, which is a minority in comic book movies.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, you'd be surprised, but yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay, funny.
This is for you, Phil. Michael Pena should play Blue Beetle.
No. Ew.
He said, "Ew."
Ted Cord Blue Beetle teaching the new one.
No.
Why? Because he's not white?
No. It's
Fucked up,
because,
Phil.
personally speaking, I don't like Michael Pena.
Oh.
Wow.
Hey, dog.
I just don't like him.
You feel separated, dog. I don't know about this shit, dog. What, you're a Jay Hernandez type of motherfucker? El Diablo? Shut up, Phil.
I feel a hate
Jay
crime coming up.
Hernandez is a good actor. He's not great. He's good.
Come on, Phil. Over Michael Pena? Go watch End the Watch. Go watch
He was
End
good
the
at Shooter.
Watch. Narcos,
He
Mexico,
was good
bro.
at Shooter.
Come on, dog.
And Shooter. He was dope in Shooter.
He was okay shooter. But no, look, someone who I would want to be in that
Phil with the
movie.
controversial fucking views, man. God damn.
He's
Sorry, dog. Go ahead.
He's a well-spoken, like he's a pretty popular Scientologist. So I don't want to give him more of a platform.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that.
You know, dude, I appreciate the body of work. I don't care what the fuck he does. That fool could believe that fish in the fucking sky control us. I don't give a fuck. The dude's a solid actor, you know, and honestly, like he's pretty much all we got, dog. Like, you know, in speaking for Latinos, he's all we got besides what's his name, Pedro Pascal from The Mandalorian. Now,
on that note, let's close it out.
we're not gonna do favorite fucking colored villains, bro. We're not gonna touch on the Bane subject.
Oh, I gotta hear this Bane argument between you guys.
Yeah, totally.
No,
It's bullshit that they fucking didn't make him South American in the movies. Like, that's what it is, dog. It's
No,
fucking
like,
Watching villains
they took that shit.
is bad now.
They took that shit.
Well, let me just throw this out there. The way I look at it is that Bane in the comic books, he's a high intellect person that can go toe to toe with Batman.
Yep.
He is not someone's lackey.
Mm-mm.
He is the
I
leader
agree.
of his own
Yep.
thing.
Yep.
And the fact that in the 90s they made him a fucking like a tool for Poison Ivy, that pissed me the fuck off when I really got into comic books. And two, when they made him a fucking lackey and white for the Dark Knight, I can never forgive fucking Christopher Nolan for that, because not only did he whitewash a character, but he totally minimized the impact that someone of color can have, because like I said, Bane is someone who has a high intellect, can go toe-to-toe with Batman on intellect alone, but has broken Batman's back just, you know, out of
Braun.
Like, the character needs more respect. And Christopher Nolan did not respect that character, just like he didn't respect Dick Grayson or Robin. Like, the fact that he did that shit with Robin, like that pissed me off. But what he did to Bane pissed me off more.
Nah, I agree 100%, bro. I mean, that's rare for you and I to agree on something, but what they did to Bane in both movies was straight up bullshit. Because I remember, like, watching his origin story in the animated series as a kid and being like, fuck, dude, like, this fool's from, like, what is it, some fictional country, South America, whatever, but he was South American. Like, to me, instantly, like, oh, this was Latino. He's Hispanic.
Santa Briscoe?
He said San Francisco, no, Santa Prisca or some shit like that. Santa Prisca.
Yeah,
something like that. But, like, for me, instantly as a kid, I was like, oh, this fool, like, he's a fucking Latino, dog. Like, that's cool. And then like the way he was written in the animated series, like Phil said, high intellect, bro. He spoke eloquently, very, very tactical, very cold, very calculated. He was, for lack of a better term, he was sort of our Batman, just stronger. I mean, he was fucking cool, dude. And what they did to him in both movies, like, I like Tom Hardy as an actor. Like, I think he's dope. But I'm like, dude, like, they took him from us, dog. Like, for like, Bane was fucking, he was a Latino, dude. And for them to do that shit and fucking neglect where he was from, which is, to me, like, a huge part of his, like.
There's a lot of other problems with that movie, too.
Yeah, no, yeah. For us, like, see, like, the standout is that, like, they took that. They didn't touch on that. They fucking neglected it. They whitewashed it, and it's like, that's bullshit, dog. Like,
no, I mean, because in the Justice League animated series, Justice League Unlimited, even in all the DC animated movies, he's always treated with some level of respect to his intellect, not just his brawn. And
yeah,
and that one movie, they definitely, when it's finally, well, not just that one, also the Batman and Robin movie.
Yeah,
with Poison Ivy when he's all fucking juiced up on the green juice and looking. Yeah, it's like, I mean, you guys have any?
Phil, I hate to say it, but I agree with you.
We're not gonna talk about the fact that they made Electro look like
Dr.
I haven't Vanity Smurf.
What's that?
I said they made Electro look like Dr. Manhattan banged Vanity Smurf.
Like, yeah, I mean, come on, dog. Like, you had Jamie Foxx argue like a great fucking actor, and you're just gonna paint him blue. That's such bullshit, man.
Who he was before he became Electro.
They didn't go in there.
He was almost like the dude, want some cheeseburgers, baby? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Exactly. He was like, oh, I just want to know you, man. Like, I want to, like, it's like, what the fuck? Back off, buddy.
Yeah, I got picked last in kickball, so I'm gonna electrocute everybody now.
Nah, that's fucking stupid, dude.
For the Latino brothers out there, man, is there a character that you would like to see on the big screen?
Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle.
I didn't know Blue Beetle was Latino. Like, but then again, I've never really followed the Blue Beetle. Wasn't one of the Green Lanterns a Latino too?
Yeah, Kyle Rayner.
The
Kyle Rayner,
current
the
Green
Ash
Lantern,
motherfucker, huh?
Jessica Cruz.
Jessica Cruz
is more Latino than Kyle for sure.
You know what? There you go. There's one. I think that'd be interesting. Like,
speak your mind, Rob. This is a safe place.
No, I mean, like, if you're gonna,
Kyle was Latino till Phil just said it. So
he's half
Mexican.
He's half
right. I'm like, dude, fucking make it full, dog. Like, make it full.
His dad is a CIA secret agent.
Yeah.
Mexican.
All right.
His last name's Rayner, not Rain. I don't even know how you would say that.
Raynor.
Ranier.
You gotta roll your eyes. You need a good base. All these folks are coming from comic books, and that's a void that wasn't filled in the comic books coming up. Very well. Like here and there, but definitely not too many Latino comic book superheroes that have their own titles that are standalone that come up. Can you think of any, Ed?
Shit, man, just Miles Morales.
Miles Morales, and he kind of fills that. Yeah,
that's the only one.
I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, I've never walked into a comic book movie like, we're not represented. Simple as that. Like, we're not. And other movies, like The Mandalorian and Rogue One, those were great, and I feel like I enjoyed them more. It's like a subconscious thing. It's like, man, like look at this fool. Diego Luna, dog. Look where this motherfucker ended up, dog. Like,
it's no different than you being 5 years old reading a comic book or watching a cartoon. Like, you identify immediately. It's subconscious. I would also like to say the greatest disrespect to any minority character in cinematic history was Darwin from X-Men First Class. His power is literally to adapt to any situation.
Can I just say that's dirty?
He gets killed by some white guy.
Yes, no, what a dope line though, man. I feel like that's another thing. When they kill off the minority characters, they come up with the best lines to kill them with. Yeah. I'm sorry, dude. When I'm sorry, we've usurped Jazz. Jazz is black from Transformers. Yes, Jazz from Transformers is black. And when he got killed by Megatron in the movie, he was like, he's like, you want a piece of me? And Megatron's like, no. He rips him in half. I want pieces. I'm like, that was dope. And he just murdered the only black Transformer there is. Like, what the frick? What is going on?
That's a dope line, yeah.
Hey, honestly, I think Wheeljack was mixed. Wheeljack might have been mixed. All right. Thanks for joining us tonight on Good to Geek Out. Good place to go. Geek Out Editor, San Antonio, Texas. Closing out.
Yeah. We just don't have to hate each other because we don't agree on something.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Nah, Suicide Squad was a shit movie. Phil,
I agree with you.
Yeah, no, it's fucking garbage. But hey, dog, I like your feel on Bane, dude. I like your feelings on Bane. So that's a start, Phil. We'll get there.
Finally found common ground right here. That's a beautiful. It is good to geek out then, I guess. You guys.
Yeah, it is because you know my opinion on Phil is shifting.
Nice. All right.
So yeah, this is Glenn, Washington State. You know, until next time.
Yeah, Greg Ellis, West Hills. I feel like I need to be from someplace harder than West Hills.
West Hills. I'm like, yo, this dude is loaded. Dude, West Hills?
No. Let's be clear. The regular part of West Hills. Okay, you got to go down the street a little bit to get to the rich part. I'm looking over there just like you.
Rob Lucy signing off. Great geeking out with you guys. We've got a lot of opinions on who our favorite and least favorite minority characters were. If you've made it to the end of this video, comment on your favorite and least favorite minority characters.
And also, don't live in West Hills and go out like Darwin from the X-Men.
Yeah. Also, comment on who you think is the worst and why it was Catwoman.